Letter 14. Don't be the smartest person in the room. The importance of positive leadership is to give compliments to people. Give a pig a good compliment and it can climb up a tree. October 9, 1890. Dear John, tomorrow I will go back to my hometown, Cleveland, to deal with some of our family's own affairs. I hope you can take care of some affairs for me during this period. But I remind you that if you encounter something tricky or you cannot make up your mind, you should ask Mr. Gates more for help and advice. Mr. Gates is my most capable assistant. He is loyal and sincere, outspoken, conscientious, and shrewd. He can always help me make wise choices. I trust him very much. I believe he will be of great help to you. The premise is that you have to respect him. Son, I know you are an outstanding graduate of Brown University, and your knowledge of economics and sociology is excellent. However, you should be clear that knowledge is originally empty, and unless knowledge is put into action, nothing will happen. Moreover, the knowledge in the textbooks is almost all compiled by writers with theoretical knowledge. Hence, it is difficult to use it to help you solve practical problems. I hope you can get rid of your dependence on knowledge and learning. This is the key to your smooth journey in life. You need to know that learning itself is not very good. Learning must be used to make it work. To become a person who can use what you have learned, you must first become a person with practical ability. So where does the ability to practice come from? In my opinion, it is hidden in hardship. My experience tells me that walking a difficult road, a road full of hardships, misfortunes, failures, and difficulties, will not only build our strong character, but also the ability to implement great things that we rely on will come into being. Those who climb out of the mist of suffering know what it means to find ways and means to save themselves. To endure hardship deliberately is one of my beliefs of success. Maybe you might ridicule me, thinking there is nothing more stupid than trying to experience hardship deliberately. No, people who have no experience with misfortune are unfortunate. A lot of things come and go quickly. Those who have realized their dreams of becoming famous overnight and getting rich overnight, which one of them did not disappear without a trace all of a sudden? What you get from hardship is having the ability to build your career on a solid ground, not in quicksand. People must have foresight, and only after a long period of hardship can they have a long-term harvest. I believe you have discovered that since you came to work with me. I have not given you a heavy burden to choose, but this does not show that I doubt your ability. I just hope you are good at doing small things. Doing small things is the cornerstone of making big things. If you are at the top from the beginning, you will not consider the mood of your subordinates, and you will not be able to use others. To survive and create achievements in this world, you must rely on manpower, that is, the power of others. But you must start from doing small things to understand the mood of being a subordinate. When you take on a higher position one day, you will know how to let them contribute all of their work enthusiasm. Son, there are only two kinds of smart people in the world. One is smart people who use themselves, such as artists, scholars, and actors. The other is smart people who use others, such as managers and leaders. The latter needs a special ability, the ability to grasp the heart. But many leaders are clever fools. They think that in order to seize the hearts of the people, they must follow a top-down command. In my opinion, this will not only fail to gain leadership, but will reduce it by a lot. You know, everyone is very sensitive to being underestimated, and being underestimated will lose energy. Such leaders will only incapacitate subordinates. If a pig is well praised, it can climb the tree. Managers, leaders, or people who are good at driving others have always been magnanimous, and they know the art of admiring others and praising others. This means they have to give emotionally. Leaders who give their deep feelings will eventually win and gain more respect from subordinates. People without knowledge are ultimately useless, but those with knowledge are likely to become slaves of knowledge. Everyone needs to know that all knowledge will be transformed into preconceived notions, and the result will be one-sided conservative psychology. thinking that I understand, and society is like this, with the prejudice of understanding. There will be a lack of interest in knowing, and if there is no interest, it will lose the motivation to move forward, and only boredom is left waiting. Therefore, not understanding will lead to success. However, under the control of self-esteem and sense of honor, many knowledgeable people always find it difficult to don't understand, as if asking others for advice, saying that they don't understand is a shameful thing, and even regard ignorance as a sin. This is trying to be smart, and they will never understand this great motto. Every opportunity that we don't understand will become a turning point in our lives. A person who is smart is a fool, and a person who knows how to play a fool is really smart. If smartness is regarded as a criterion for reaping benefits, then I am obviously not a fool. To this day, I can clearly remember a scene of pretending to be stupid. At that time, I was thinking about how to raise $15,000, and I was thinking about it when I walked on the street. Interestingly speaking, just as my mind was flashing with the idea of borrowing money, a banker blocked my way. He whispered from the carriage, "Do you want to spend $50,000, Mr. Rockefeller?" Am I lucky? I did not believe my ears even a slightest bit, but at that moment, I did not show even the slightest eagerness. I looked at the other person's face and told him slowly, "That's it. Can you give me 24 hours to think about it?" As a result, signed a loan contract with him on the terms that were the most favorable to me. Playing stupid brings you many benefits. The meaning of pretending to be stupid is to stay a low profile and become humble. In other words, to hide your cleverness. The smarter the person, the more necessary it is for them to play stupid, because as the saying goes, the more mature the rice, the more they sag. Son, only after having hobbies can you then do it with ease. Now, start to love acting like a fool. I expect that in the days when I am not around, it will be no easy task for you to face everything alone. But this is nothing. Let me wait before talking, is the motto I always follow in business. I always have a habit of thinking before making a decision. I always think and judge calmly. But once I make a decision, I will implement it without hesitation. I believe you can do it too. Love, your father.